Now, before you start designing the UI, it is really important to know what the UI looks like on other screens. So, not only your screen, but my screen. So, if you design your game, you have to know what it looks like on my screen, which is a 4K resolution monitor, and also on a laptop screen, and so on. So, you have to resize it correctly. So, let's actually learn this before we actually design, because it will be a pain later on if you design it in a wrong way. So for example, let's go into the widget blueprint. Let's go ahead and add some text. This will be the easiest way to see it. So adding some text to the screen, and let us say, I am resizing nice, something like that, whatever. And now that you have that inside of the UI, let's go ahead and compile and go ahead and click on play. So now this is what it looks like on my screen. And usually I just take up my widget blueprint and I take up my game here. And I usually just try to compare it. So go ahead and open up your game here. I'm going to minimize it slightly and I try to see what it looks like in the game. So this is what it really looks like. And if I compare it to here, it looks a bit larger here. And it actually looks like this. So when I zoom in and out, you can actually see the zoom up here. So right now I have zoomed +3 and now it looks correct. So at zoom +3, it looks correct. Now this might look a bit weird. To fix this, now go up here in the screen size, and usually what you want to do is you want to design the UI to the smallest screen possible. So if you want to design it for mobile games, you have to click on the screen size, go to phones, and then select the phone you want to design it for, the smallest screen. And right now, I just want to make a computer game. So I'm going to click up here. And usually I design it for laptops. So these generic 14 to 15 inch notebooks. And so right now I'm not going to select my, right now I have a 4K monitor. So I can select this and just design it here. However, it will maybe look like this on your screen if you have a 1K monitor and so on. So very important to design it correctly first. So let's click on the screen size, and I'm going to select the generic laptop size. So right now, if I zoom in and it is 1 to 1 like this here now at the laptop size, right now I'm actually looking at it and seeing what it looks like if I open this game right now on my laptop. So this is the size of the text. So if I, for example, on laptop, let's click on this font, click on the font and the size. If I make the size, for example, 30, this is now what it looks on the laptop. But if I play now, this is what it looks like on my 4K monitor. You can see there is a difference. This is the laptop, this is me. So I see it a lot larger on mine than the laptop. And if you don't like that, if sometimes the UI gets too big on the larger monitors, you can click on this button down here. And here you can see the scaling of the UI. So the monitors, the generic laptops are down here. As you can see, this is the resolution one. I'm designing it for these laptops. Right now I have a 4K monitor and it's actually over here. So you can see at a 4K monitor, I'm scaling it up by 3.8. So it is 3.8 larger than what a laptop is. Now, if you don't want to scale it up this much, you can select on this one, this resolution, and instead of scaling it to 8, I'm going to scale it to 4, for example. So now you can see it's not going to scale up this much compared to before. So now if I click on play, it's actually smaller than what it was before. If I go back, actually I click here, let me just increase it to something like 18 so you can actually see something extreme. If I click on play, you can see now it is very large. So usually what I like is if I'm satisfied with the size for the laptop, I try to scale it so I'm also satisfied with my 4K monitor. And usually it is around 2.5 in the scaling. I don't like to go too much. You can click on these buttons here to fit it to your screen like that. I'm just going to zoom out slightly. I'm maybe just clicking on, yeah, I'm going to zoom out slightly so it looks better. And let me just click on play now. So I think this looks nice. If I need to size it more, I will resize it, but I think this looks nice. You can compare it now, and it almost looks the same. So I will try to design it with the scale of 2.5, but again, just go ahead and play around with it. just scale this up and down depending on what it looks on your monitor compared to the laptop monitor. Okay, when you're satisfied, let's close everything and let's save everything and let's move on to the next lesson.